Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best free-to-play Keqing build. And this is for max DPS obviously, so this is for all the free-to-play players who really need a strong build, but don't have the money to obviously upgrade their characters and just slack and max out their characters. So this video is for you. Now we're going to be going over attributes, we're going to be going over talents, we're going to be going over constellations, artifacts, builds. We're going to be going over all of that, so stay tuned and let's hop right into it. So guys, the very first thing you need to realize when making a free-to-play Keqing build is there are two different kinds you can make, one of them being a physical damage dealer and the other one being an electro damage dealer. Now honestly, being a free-to-play player, it all depends on the artifacts that you receive, so it's all by chance and it's kind of unlucky. And for the physical damage Keqing, which is the one that I've chose to go with because we haven't really got a lot of electro damage and it doesn't react perfect with this build. It does react really well because we do have 2 pyros and a hydro, mostly being a healer. They all are support for Keqing. As you guys can see, she does 1188 damage. Now this is at level 50. This is absolutely ridiculous. I've seen level 80 players that have 1200 damage, maybe 2000, like that area. Like I've seen that at the highest, but they have around 1200, but what lacks in attack, they make up for with crit rate and crit damage, which is ridiculous. Now, I haven't got that lucky, and I know with the physical damage Keqing build, what you want to do is you want to focus all of it into crit and crit rate, because when you ascend her, her crit rate gradually goes up, and that's very important to make the best of that you can. So, with weapons, what I'm using is Lion's Roar, and this gives us a base attack of 266 at level 50, which is Ascension 1, and attack plus 26.8%. It does have the Bane of Fire and Thunder, which increases damage against enemies affected by Pyro or Electro by 20%, and this happens to affect Keqing very strongly because she is an Electro type, so it does affect her Elemental Burst and her Ultimate. Now, if you do not have this, and I know that because I got this from Wishing, and I honestly just got lucky because it's a really good 4-star weapon for Keqing, especially for a free-to-play build. If you don't have this, you can always use the Prototype Rancor. Now, this is also a really good weapon, and it's easy to refine. If you get any of the Prototype blueprints, you can actually just go and farm out some crystals and some white iron chunks, and you can actually refine this and create more of them in the blacksmith. So they are really easy to get your hands on and refine. I do know that you get this very early in the game, so if you want to use this on Keqing, I recommend it. Not everyone is going to have the Lion's Roar, I understand that. I'm just using it because it's better than the Prototype Rancor. But this does give you a physical damage bonus, and it has a really good boost on it, which is Smash Zone. If you want to use that, that's fine. If you don't have any 4 stars yet, I do recommend using the Harbinger of Dawn. This gives you 28%. Well, this is at max rank. At the beginning, it's either 18 or 20, something like that. Maybe it's 14% crit rate bonus when your health is above 90%. That is also very good for Keqing, as her specialty is crit rate and crit damage. Now, like I said, I am unlucky with my artifacts. However, I've learned to make the best out of them. So guys, I've decided to go with the Berserker's set bonus, and I've also decided to go with the Martial Artist set bonus. Now, the reason why is because the Berserker set bonus does give us a little bit of extra crit rate because I don't have a lot of artifacts that give us bonus crit rate. None of them for the main stats do have bonus crit rate. It's all going to be attack. This one is HP. It's just the only really good 4-star that we've had. As you can see, it's maxed out, and I did get pretty decent rolls on it. I got attack and crit damage, but it's not the best, and I know that. But we're trying to make the best with what we have with a free-to-play account. We're using Exile's Goblet, really good attack, and Martial Artist Bandana, which is also really good attack. And we don't even have this maxed out. We're trying to max it out slowly, but we don't have it maxed out yet, so her damage is going to go up even more. Now, if you do have, and I know this doesn't apply to everyone because I can't just tell you guys a set bonus and put it on a set bonus, because as a free-to-play player, if your artifacts are trash, you just can't use them. You can't use an artifact that only gives you defense and HP bonuses just to get the crit rate. I understand that. It's frustrating, but I happen to get good set bonuses, even though my artifacts aren't really that good for Keqing. But she still does do a lot of damage. And I'll play clips so you can see exactly how much damage she does. She does ridiculous amounts of damage, especially in boss fights, bigger boss fights, and her AoE damage with her ultimate is actually really good as well. So this is what we're running with this. These are all of our artifacts. As you can see, it gives us HP, crit rate, attack. We don't care about defense, but it does give us some elemental mastery, which is nice. We're running attack, HP, elemental mastery, attack again, attack percentage, and then crit damage. For this one, we're running HP. Again, you want to use either attack, crit rate, crit damage. Any of those would be really good. Even electro damage bonus, if you're running an electro build, would be also really good. But this is the artifact that I'm using, and it does give us that's what gives us the crit rate bonus at the bottom. For here, we're running Exile's Goblet, attack 31.3%, which our main stat, again, is attack, because we were trying to get as much damage out of her as we can. Crit rate 2.8%, elemental mastery plus 17, attack plus 12, and HP plus 3.7. This is a really good artifact because it is a 4-star, its main stat is attack, and it does have 3 really good bonus stats. So, for the last artifact, we're running Martial Artist Bandana. We don't have any really good 4-star artifacts, which is kind of upsetting, but we're making the best with what we do have, and this does happen to have pretty decent side stats, bonus stats, whatever you want to call them. But it is a 3-star, so if you can pull a lucky 4-star, you are good. Now, I am only adventure rank 26 right now, so I'm not the highest level, but my Keqing does well over 1,000 damage, and she does flawless in every battle I've ever fought. The only time I've ever killed Keqing is by falling off a cliff accidentally. I've never died to anybody in a boss fight using Keqing, and that goes without saying that she's one of the strongest characters in the game. Especially with this build, you'll be flying through bosses, you'll be flying through Spiral Abyss, especially at early on in the early levels. So for constellation, none. You don't need any constellations with Keqing. Of course, if you do have any, that would be nice. Of course, any bonuses do help her out, but you don't need any constellations. Especially as a free-to-play player, the chances of you pulling 2 Keqings, very low. We're not even going to worry about that. We're not going to cover that because it doesn't apply to us. We're free-to-play players. We're not spending thousands of dollars just to max out our Keqing, get our max constellation, just to have the most overpowered build in the game. We're not going to do that. Goal is free-to-play. For our talents, you just do want to keep these upgraded. Nothing really too big to go over right here. They're all just her base attacks, her elemental burst, and then her charge attack, and her ultimate. But besides that, there's really nothing you want to change. I mean, just keep them all leveled up. These 2 will stay at maxed. You unlock this one at phase 4, which is really good, because her crit rate does go up, and her energy recharge does go up. But now for her character selection, her team, her support units. This also plays a really big role. And I'll tell you guys why I chose this, because I've seen a lot of people use Kaya, and they basically use Kaya, Barbara, and Amber, which actually isn't bad. But I really am trying to get the max DPS out of just Keqing, and her reaction with Pyro is just as, if not a little bit better than the reaction with Cairo. So Overloaded is a little bit better than Super Conduit. So we are running Keqing. We are running Amber. Now, Amber is level 40. We're not going to worry about leveling her up. All we need her for is her Pyro. And we are running Xiangling. She's level 40 out of 50. I ascended her. We don't have her leveled up. Again, for a long time, I was running level 40 Keqing, level 20 Kaya, level 20 Amber, and level 20 Barbara. You don't need all your other characters leveled up. They're just support units. They're just supporting them. You're not going to be absorbing damage with them, so you don't really have to worry about their HP. You only need to worry about their elements. That's all what this is, because it is a Keqing build. And honestly, if you want to get max DPS, you can't upgrade every single character, because eventually you're going to run out of resources, and then all your characters are going to be okay. They're not going to be great. So you do want, instead of having all your characters just evenly upgraded, you do want to just focus on one main character. In this video, obviously, we're focusing on Keqing. Now, we were running Kaya until we got Xiangling. This makes a huge deal. As you guys can see, if we go up into our party, so if you go up here in the top right, you do get an elemental bonus, which is Fervent Flames, affected Cairo for 40% less time. We don't really need that, but it increases our attack by 25%. That does apply to Keqing as well, and very strong. We definitely need that, especially in these upper level boss fights. So that is basically it, guys. Those are all my artifacts, all of my weapons, and all of my character choices for a party for this Keqing. And I am really excited, and I'm going to be uploading more Keqing videos, as she is my favorite character in my 5-star. I do have a lower level Diluc account, and I also do have a lower level Mona account. So if you want to see either of those gameplay and you want to start seeing me level those up and make builds based around them, if you do have those characters, then I will be able to do that. Just let me know down in the comments so I know that that's something that you want to see. I am going to be playing gameplay right at the end of this video, so just stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Meh.